Chaos continues in Afghanistan as thousands rush to Kabul International Airport in an attempt to flee the Taliban-controlled country. The videos are difficult to watch, not only for the average American, but for those military veterans who served our country in that country. Jake Bequette, who played 4 years in the NFL as a former first lieutenant who served in the Army's 101st Airborne Division, is now a candidate for the U.S. Senate in the great state of Arkansas, and he's with us to discuss all of this. Jake, great to have you back.
Hey, it's great to be on with you. Thanks for having me.
So first, what do you feel is the overarching assessment you'd give of where we are right now for the Biden administration's withdrawal plan? I mean, how do you see this going?
Well, it's obviously been a catastrophe for the country, and it is 100% on the Biden administration and his pathetic lack of leadership. Look, this withdrawal was proceeding in an orderly manner as laid out by President Trump, as laid out by the previous administration, and Joe Biden has utterly botched it to the detriment of not only Afghanistan, the American military, but to our overall prestige and power projection worldwide. I think this has far-reaching ramifications beyond just one failed Middle Eastern state. I think the Chinese are watching as they cast their gaze towards Taiwan. I think the Iranians and North Koreans are watching this as they look to accelerate their nuclear weapons programs. And I think the Russians are eyeing this as they look towards more advances in Eastern Europe. It's an absolute disgrace. And Joe Biden, look, if he can't get it figured out, if he can't make adjustments to hit him in his administration, he should step aside for the sake of the American people.
Here is a ambassador from the Obama administration era who had some words about Joe Biden's handling of the situation so far. Here's what he says.
It has created a global crisis, quite frankly. It has emboldened violent Islamic radicals. And I think we're all going to see the fallout of that. Certainly in Pakistan. They championed the Taliban because they felt they had no choice. Well, the Taliban victory, the narrative of defeating the great infidel, empowers radicals in Pakistan.
What do you think about the threat of Afghanistan becoming a major platform for terrorism now, not just because of the Taliban's control, but also the entire world is watching this unfold? It already is appearing in jihadist propaganda as a massive victory for Khorasan against the infidels.
Absolutely. I think that assessment is generally correct. I think this will embolden terrorists globally, and it will harm the prestige of this country. And I've always said that, look, world peace, that security in this world rests solely on American strength. The Pax Americana, which has lasted since World War II, which has survived through the Cold War, through Desert Storm, and through the last 20 years of the Middle Eastern conflicts, has solely rested on American power and prestige. We're seeing it crumble before our eyes due to the Biden administration, due to his pathetic lack of leadership. And look, I think the connection to Pakistan is a very important one. They are a nuclear power. I think they are far more radical than they are generally considered by the mainstream media and organizations like the UN. I think they've enabled the Taliban and Al-Qaeda over the last 20 years. And look, they were the prime reason why our original victories in late 2001, early 2002 through Special Operations Forces and the Northern Alliance really did not have any achievable goals beyond that point due to Pakistan.
Meanwhile, the White House, with Jen Psaki as press secretary, is telling people that it is irresponsible to claim Americans are stuck. Here's what she said.
Most of the criticism is not of leaving Afghanistan, it's the way that he has ordered it to happen by pulling the troops before getting these Americans who are now stranded. Does he have a sense of that?
First of all, I think it's irresponsible to say Americans are stranded. They are not. We are committed to bringing Americans who want to come home. We are in touch with them via phone, via text, via email, via any way that we can possibly reach Americans to get them home if they want to return home.
There are no Americans stranded is the White House's official position on what's happening in Afghanistan right now.
I'm just calling you out for saying that we are stranding Americans in Afghanistan.
Jake, they're stranded. What the heck is she talking about?
Well, this is gaslighting of the highest order, and it's infuriating because Look, other countries like the British through their SAS, the French Special Forces, they've been rescuing their citizens, British and French citizens. Other countries are executing hostage rescue programs as we speak. Meanwhile, the American military has done nothing. We're making excuses. Look, sending a text message to an American citizen who is trapped behind Taliban enemy lines is an absolute pathetic excuse. Look, Jen Psaki should be ashamed of herself. This entire administration is just pitiful. I don't know any other words to say it. As a recently separated Army veteran, it's an absolute disgrace and it's infuriating.